Oh, so I've gathered all my supplies pretty much. Paper towels, tank for the afterwards washing it, my gloves. I definitely am gonna need them because even though that was still sealed and closed, it leaked. I just opened the box up to find that the resin has leaked all inside this little plastic bag, and this resin is actually by Longer, so it's the same stuff. It's their brand. Whereas the other one that I have, this is gray, this is black, and this stuff is from Monoprice, and it's a much smaller volume. At least it didn't leak. That's sort of a quality control issue to me. Let's see. Take some paper towels and put them down. Bottle out of here. Wow. Should have put a trash bag over here, but I'm going to wipe that off if I can. So it's not even all tight. It seems like the broke already. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. It's even got a seal on the top that's already broke. Take this thing off. That off. Can make a bigger mess. I wonder how much of it leaked. This is why I'm using the drop cloth too. This stuff can get everywhere. Okay. Now let's try pour. Hoping that's too forceful. Like I said, they should put a line. Ooh, look at that. That's why it was leaking. The cap itself is busted. I'm sorry. I'm getting less and less impressed by this company. What am I going to do with that? Because you don't want the light to be getting in there. Maybe I'll take a black plastic trash bag and put it over it. That is. It's just. Sorry about that. Alright, well, let's go ahead and figure that out later. So, I do have files I've already sliced on this. Let's see, there it is. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this over that. I'll turn it back over. Well, a little more towards you. Right now, turn it back on. Look at the files. And I'm actually starting out by just trying to design parts for like the weapons and stuff for some of these Transformer toys, from especially G1. I think my initial print, I'm going to start out with, I designed some hands for old G1 Optimus here, and a gun, but the gun's going to have to be in the black, but I'm going to use the gray for his hands and see how well that comes out. The speed of this and the amount of time it takes could be like 3 hours. I don't know. I forgot. I didn't write down all the numbers, but I won't bore you with the entire video. I'll just stop and splice together the end. So I am gonna go see if I can find. This has like up, down arrows to go through the files, and then there's a play, I guess, is when you start printing, or you can go back out of this menu for a file. And it's saying that whole make sure that there's no model in there, or that there's anything in the resin tank. So, okay, I did. Here we go. Bed is lowering to the tank. I set a 12-second cure because I'm doing sort of thick layers, thicker than what they originally set at. So I'll see whether or not this comes out well or not. So yeah, it's going to take 12 seconds for each layer. But considering how long it takes to draw a layer on FDM printers like my Ender 3, it actually will end up being faster. So let's hope it works. I'll get back to you when it's done and show you the result. Thank you. The print finished, but somehow it doesn't have both of them on it. There's supposed to be 2 fists. But I seem to only have one. I took and mirrored a fist to try to make both parts, but it only printed one of them. I don't know, G2 box is kind of weird. It's kind of hard to work with sometimes. When you do the slice and then you click save, then it doesn't bring up any dialog box. You gotta do something else. So I may have to just, I created files for both, but I was figuring out, well, I should be able to just mirror it. Even opening files, you gotta go, oh, wait a minute, there is another piece there. Where'd the other fist go? It may have fell off during print. Oh, fun. I'll have to try to fish that out. Let's see what I did wrong. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and because yeah, there is. So I wonder when it fell off or what happens. Yikes. Okay, I should have put gloves back on. But let me figure that out. Thank you. Bye. So I tilted the right hand and reprinted it. But this, here's the left one, the one I printed last time. But you can see that there's a little bit of a, that was supposed to be a complete cone, or I mean a cylinder, but it's slightly not all there. So let's see how this one turned out. So I tilted it, changed the settings. Now it looks like the post is more whole, should I say. Came out better on this one than on the first one, the left-handed one. So pop that off of there. In fact, I can probably just, you can see where it pulled up a few little dots. And I'm gonna then rinse that off. This is the alcohol. What I'll probably do is use an X-Acto knife to knock off the little, you can see where the supports were, little dots of where the supports went. But you can just take those off really quickly with an X-Acto knife. But yeah, the post came out a lot better on that one. And see the features of the fingers. So, I'm amazed that you can't really tell. Like, I was printing this at the 0.1 millimeter, which is basically kind of the smallest you can almost get a FDM printer to do. Can you really tell where the layer lines are? This was at an angle, the layer lines would have been this way, but you can't really see them. That's what I think is awesome. Here's the original, the first one I printed. This was printed with the bottom facing the bed, so you would, if you could see the layer lines there this way. But yeah, that part didn't turn out as well. And I'm going to post cure this with the UV lamp for about 30 minutes maybe. And then knock off this and start my next print. Thank you.